You're welcome to today's analysis. Now we'll be looking at the XAU USD. As you can see, XAU USD has been forming this has been expecting this trend line for a while now. This is the first bounce, the second bounce, third bounce. So here should be an entry for us. If market reverse to this point to bounce on this place, then we can take a buy from here. It should be a good point for us to buy from. Take a buy from this side on the fourth bounce. So we should be waiting for this to happen during the day. On GBP JPY, as you can see, let's check the daily time frame. Daily time frame market already bought to this point and a sell is already happening. So there was no entry on 1 hour, that's yesterday. So I just say we should let it slide since there was no break of structure on 1 hour. There was no break of structure on 1 hour really that yesterday, so we just let it slide. So as you can see now, there is a break of structure on the 1 hour time frame happening at this point here. So we should be looking out for this market to come fill this up and give us a sell. So we should be looking out for this. This is the point we should be looking out for. And this is the FVG market should fill out. To have better confirmation, let me go to the 4 hours and see. In the 4 hours, there's no trend line it's respecting yet, so it's just moving on its own. So this should be, I'm to calculate it from this point here. This is not matching. If calculating it from here, I'm just going to stop at this point. It's going to make a reversal from here. But if you have a new trend line from this point, from here, still going to stop at that somewhere similar to here. So let's see what happens with the FVG, and this we have is a good confirmation already. So let's just see what happens. I will just set my alarm here and wait for market to come to that point, and we'll take a trade from there. On Euro USD, if you can see the Euro USD on the daily time frame, market has been buying the whole time. After this 4 hours, you can see more buys happening 1 hour. We are waiting for this trade yesterday, but it was a missed entry. It came close to our entry, and you can see very close to our entry. It came this close and it missed us. Just went up. Not because it just went up. It was a sad one yesterday. And see the good pips it gave over 1:6. So there is no entry on this trade for now. We should just took that trade on 15 minutes. Yeah, I thought it trade on 15 minutes. You can see this is the entry on 15 minutes. Market did not respect it. So we just wait for another trade to play out on this pair. On GBP USD, on the daily time frame, and see market has been selling the whole time to sell to this point, then a buy will start happening. Let's see the 4 hours. There's no buy yet. 1 hour as well. There's no buy happening yet. But there are buys, more like buy happening to this point. Then a sell should take place from here. Sell should happen from here. But if you check closely, you see it seems the market is already changing structure. It's changing character already because it gave a first bounce here. This is the second bounce. And if another bounce should happen here and keep going up because it already broke out of this other block we are looking at. On the AUD JPY, on AUD JPY, as you can see on the daily time frame, market has been selling the whole time. Let's see on the 4 hours. More sales are happening there already. Then on the 1 hour, there is no sell happening. Neither is a buy. It's not a clear entry. On NZD JPY, this is already Wednesday, so we don't have much. So only 2 days left. On the daily time for market respected this point already, so we should be looking for buy on the 1 hour. which there have not been any buy yet, but market kept expecting this. This is the first bounce and the second bounce here. So we should wait for a change of heart at least before we look for entry on this. On Euro GBP, if you check the daily time frame, market already sold to this point and a buy is happening now. If you see on the 4 hours, you can see there's a structure here that markets did not respect and kept going up. On the 1 hour, you can see more buys happening. It might come to this point and continue buying. On the card JPY, you see the daily time frame. See the daily time frame on the card JPY. Thought I admitted this person. See the daily time frame on the card JPY. You can see market has been selling the whole time. So on the 4 hours, let's see, more sales are happening. On the 1 hour as well, more sales are still happening. But there's no end. Let's just leave this for now. On GBP daily time frame, market already bought to this point and a reversal should happen from here, which we found this entry yesterday on the 1 hour time frame. We found this entry on the 1 hour time frame. Market took us out. I was mindful of this liquidity. I would have had my SL above this. I was just looking at this line here. I said, okay, if this trend line is working, then it should come and respect the trend line, then keep pushing up. Yeah, just come and test this trend line here and start dumping, but it went above it, broke out of the trend line. So I guess now this market is not coming down anymore. I should be looking for more buys on this. More buys should happen on this pair. The network is kind of breaking this morning. I guess it's the weather. AUD USD. On AUD USD, if you see the daily time frame, this market is selling. You want to sell to this point, then a buy will start happening. If you check the 4 hours time frame, more sales are happening, but there's no entry for the sell yet. Check the 1 hour, you can see more sales happening on 1 hour. 1 hour seems like a buy, but it's going to switch to a sell soon. On AUD card, if you check the daily time from AUD card, and see markets seems to be ending at this point, so it's kind of pushing up now. On 4 hours, looking at more buys happening on 4 hours as well. Let's see if there's more buys happening there. Yeah, we should buy to this point and a sell will start. You check the 1 hour, you can see same buys happening, but there's no entry. On USD JPY, if you check the daily time frame, you can see market has been selling. So if you check the 4 hours, more sales are happening, but there's no entry. On 1 hour as well, more sales are happening, no entry for us. If you check the USD card, on the USD card daily time frame, you can see market bought to this point and broke out of this already, so you should be looking out for more buys since it did not respect that other block at that point. This other blockade did not respect it, it just break out and kept going up, so you should be looking out for more buys to happen. On CHF JPY, on the daily time frame, you can see markets, it came to this point at first and we were thinking that it's going to respect this other block, then it broke out of the other block and boom, it went down. So you should be looking out for sales since you do not respect that block and there's no entry for a sell yet. On Euro card, on daily time frame, you can see on daily time frame, you can see market has been buying the whole time to buy to this point and a sell will start happening. On 4 hours, more buys are happening, but there's no entry for now. On 1 hour as well, more buys are happening, but there's no entry. On card CHF, you can see market has been selling the whole, started selling. It was buying at first, but it should sell to this point and we should look for more buys from there. On 4 hours, there's no entry for a sell. There is still an entry on 1 hour. It just kept dumping, but there's no entry. On Euro CHF, if you check the daily time frame, this market has been buying the whole time. We should be looking out for this if it gets here. And okay, it's already tested that point. Did it make a change of character? No change of character yet, so just keep waiting till the next one. You can see there's a break of structure that happened there, which is trying to say market will not respect the other block, but instead keep pushing up. But let's see what happens when it comes to this point. We will look for, if you give a change of character on 15 minutes, we will look for a buy from this point to keep pushing up. AUDCHF, on AUDCHF daily time frame, daily time frame, you can see market is selling, sell, sold to this point already. So if you check the 1 hour, is there any reversal happening on 1 hour? There's no reversal happening on 1 hour yet. Just keep, there's no change of character, so we just keep waiting and see what happens during the day or later in the week. On GBP AUD, as you can see, market has been buying the whole time on the daily time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, more buys are happening, but there is no entry. On the 1 hour as well, no entry. On GBP card, if you check the daily time frame, you can see market has bought to this point. So a sell is most likely to happen on this. So I was watching this trend line yesterday when it did the first bounce, second bounce, and you see what happened here. It's missed out on this trend line here. So this means market is not respecting the other block we have there. So we should be looking out for this. If it comes back to bounce on this, if it makes a change of character and come back, a break of structure and respect any other block close to this zone, then it should be a good one for the buy. On NZD USD, USD, if you check the daily time, the market seems to be dumping to this point, and a buy will start happening from there. On 4 hours, you can see more sales should happen. Then on 1 hour, there's no entry for now. Let's just keep waiting and see what happens. On NZD CHF, we check daily time frame. Market has been selling the whole time, so sell to this point, then a buy will start happening. On 4 hours, there was a change of focus, so the market did not respect on 4 hours, which might not go up to respect again. On 1 hour as well, the market keeps dumping. There's no entry. On Euro JPY, if you check the daily time frame, you can see market seems to be ranging at this point. Should come respect this other block and start moving down. On 4 hours, you can see it respected this other block here, so it's about to pump up now. If you check that 15 minutes, after getting another block on 15 minutes, it did give a change of character. No change of character on 15 minutes. It just kept going up. If you see on the 1 hour, you can see this trend line is been following. This is not even perfect. Let's just leave this. On AUD NZD daily time frame, you can see market has been should sell to this point, then a buy should start happening. Let's say on the 4 hours, there's no sell pushing it down. Instead, there's a buy on this point, but it's not a clear buy. On NZD card, this was a trade I shared on the, I did analyze on the live stream yesterday. You can see this trade. We entered from this point, and market went to this TP1 ratio 3. So it's a good one yesterday. I didn't even share this in the group. I just expect anybody that watched the video should take the trade from there. On GBP NZD, if you check the daily time frame, as market has been buying the whole time, to buy to this point and a sell will start happening. On 4 hours time frame, more buys are going to happen. On 1 hour as well, more buys are happening. On Euro NZD daily time frame, you can see market has been broke out of this point already. So let's watch out for this. If it stops here, then we should start selling from there. But on 4 hours, let's see what's happening. More buys are happening. On 1 hour as well, more buys are still happening, but no entry. On Euro AUD, if you check the daily time frame, market has been buying the whole time. It should make a reversal to this point, and the buy will continue. In 4 hours, there's no entry for the reversal yet. On 1 hour, you can see I was looking out for this, and market came broke out of this already, which we are looking at this for another block, and it came to this point, and now it's moving up again. It seems to be there is no sell happening yet, just more buys to repeat. On USD CHF, you check the daily time frame, you can see market respected this other block already. So let's see on the 4 hours what's happening on the 4 hours. Then on the 1 hour, this market just keep giving a rough age. There's no entry on this for now. So let's just keep it in. So the only pair we should be looking out for is the GBP JPY, which we share, and the XAU USD as well. I said the XAU USD should reverse to particular point here. This point, where is it again? Okay, this point. We should look for a buy from this point. So I'm going to share more highlight on this later if it comes to that point. Same applies to the GBP JPY. If it should come to this point, then we should look out for a sell to happen. That will be all for today. Thanks for joining. Bye for now.